The Life and Death of the Mayor of Casterbridge by Thomas Hardy.
Elizabeth, Jane and Lucetta meet on a Saturday afternoon in Port Bredy. Lucetta is walking along the road, hoping to catch a glimpse of her beloved Donald. As she reaches the end of the road, she sees nothing but a barn and a vast expanse of cornland. However, her luck changes when she spots Elizabeth Jane approaching her. They greet each other warmly, and Lucetta tells Elizabeth Jane that she is hoping to see Donald, who is expected to return to Casterbridge that night. As they continue walking, they come across a bull that has escaped from a nearby field. The bull charges at them, and they run towards the barn for safety. Henchard, who happens to be passing by, sees what is happening and rushes to their aid. He manages to jam the staff into the hinge of the barn door, and wedges it there with a stake, effectively trapping the bull inside. Once they are safe, Henchard and Lucetta have a conversation about what happened. Henchard is concerned for Lucetta's safety and offers to escort her back to Casterbridge. Lucetta is grateful for his help and accepts his offer. As they walk back, they talk about their past and their feelings for each other. When they reach Casterbridge, Henchard and Lucetta continue their conversation. Henchard tells Lucetta that he is facing financial difficulties and asks her to help him by marrying him. Lucetta is hesitant at first, but eventually agrees to marry him. Grower is Henchard's great creditor and that he is the one who Henchard will suffer from if anyone. Henchard asks Lucetta to let Grower know that she is his intended and that they are to be quietly married in the next fortnight. This is because a fortnight's forbearance on Grower's part would be enough to allow Henchard to pull through his financial difficulties. Therefore, it can be inferred that Henchard and Grower have a creditor-debtor relationship, and that Henchard is in a difficult position due to his debts. However, their happiness is short-lived. Lucetta reveals to Henchard that she had a brief affair with Donald Farfrae while he was away. Henchard is devastated by this news and becomes increasingly jealous of Farfrae. He tries to control Lucetta's every move and becomes increasingly possessive. When Henchard learns of Lucetta and Farfrae's marriage, he is devastated. He realizes that he has lost Lucetta forever and that his jealousy and possessiveness have driven her away. He becomes increasingly isolated and depressed, and his reputation in Casterbridge begins to suffer. Henchard tries to control Lucetta's every move and becomes increasingly possessive. At one point, he threatens to reveal to her new husband how she courted him, which would destroy her happiness. Lucetta pleads with Henchard to be generous and to pity her, but he refuses and tells her that she does not deserve his pity. Eventually, Henchard's jealousy and possessiveness drive Lucetta away, and she marries Farfrae instead. One day, a driver suddenly appears driving a car. It turns out to be Farfrae, who has returned to Casterbridge. Henchard is furious at his arrival and becomes even more jealous of him. He tries to sabotage Farfrae's business and reputation, but his efforts are in vain. The struggle among Lucetta, Grower, Farfrae, and Henchard is a complex one that involves love, jealousy, power, and money. Lucetta is caught between her love for Farfrae and her past relationship with Henchard, which becomes increasingly possessive and controlling. Grower is Henchard's creditor and has the power to ruin him financially, which puts Henchard in a difficult position. Farfrae is in love with Lucetta and wants to marry her, but he is also aware of Henchard's feelings for her and tries to be respectful of their past relationship. In the end, Lucetta chooses to marry Farfrae, which drives Henchard to become increasingly isolated and depressed. He realizes that he has lost Lucetta forever and that his jealousy and possessiveness have driven her away. However, he also tries to make amends for his past mistakes and becomes more involved in the community. He is eventually able to regain his reputation and the respect of the people of Casterbridge. Overall, the struggle among these characters highlights the power of love, jealousy, and money, and how they can drive people to make difficult choices. It also shows the importance of forgiveness and redemption, as Henchard is able to overcome his past mistakes and find a measure of peace and happiness in his later years.